Hello, friends, and welcome back to Christian's Quarantine Guitar Videos. I got a haircut this morning, so just feeling fresh and free and clean, so I'm just actually going to entitle this third lesson, Christian's Chord Strumming Haircut Quarantine Guitar Lesson. Not the easiest to say, actually I just made that up as I was going along. Either way, today we're going to be talking about strumming and how to use different strumming patterns to create dynamics and really make the song come alive. I've taught guitar lessons for a while, acoustic guitar lessons, and one of the most confusing and most difficult things to describe / to teach is strumming patterns. I've had a lot of questions, a lot of people have struggled with that. And so I'm going to focus a little bit on strumming patterns. I'm mostly going to emphasize how you can utilize these strumming patterns to just make the song feel a little bit more alive, give it some dynamics, use them to help smooth out transitions between sections of the songs and things like that. So hopefully this will be very helpful. Let's jump right into it. Okay, great. So we're going to take this song that's called Come With Power. Maybe you have heard this song, maybe not. It's by this worship band that's called Circuit Riders. I think that's who sings this. Either way. Yes, it is them. Anyway, basically, the reason why I chose this song is because it's a very dynamic song. Also, because it's utilizing both of the chords that we learned in the past 2 guitar lessons. If you remember, the first lesson we learned the B minor chord, right, like this. Second lesson, we learned the F sharp minor chord like this. So this song is in the key of A, so I'm going to be using both of those. So hopefully you'll also get to see, as I'm doing this, sort of what it looks like to play those chords in the context of a song that's utilizing them. Okay, let's jump into strumming patterns. So in teaching guitar, I never really thought about my strumming patterns that much until I had to try to explain it to someone. And as I was explaining it to them and kind of analyzing myself, I realized there's really only 3 patterns that I use consistently. I mean, there's a few more variations on these patterns, but these are kind of the basic ones. So I'll just play a simple chord progression from this song, just the introduction, and I'll show you the 3 patterns. So the first one is kind of the generic one that I play for most of the things that I do in the time signature 4/4. We may talk about other time signatures, a different lesson, but I'm just going to focus on songs in 4/4 during this one. So it's kind of this pattern. So it kind of has this like da 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 da. If you think about it, I guess like down, up, down, up, down. If that makes sense. Some people like thinking in up downs. Some people like hearing the rhythm of it. When I strum, I'm not thinking as much like up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm thinking more like just the flow of it, like bum. So my hand is almost like always moving, but I'm just accenting certain parts. It's like da, bum, 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 bum. Does that make sense? This is a video. You're not going to respond. Hopefully it makes sense. You don't have to talk to the video unless you want to. So that's one pattern that I use, and I'm going to be using that quite a bit. Second pattern is all downstrokes. So like this. Obviously, that's a little harder than I'd actually play it. I like using this one as building a section, or even like when it comes down to a bridge section, I'll use it to kind of bring the dynamic down. There's less happening in that. It's like a very simple, so you can use it either to do like ding, 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 to make it bigger, or you can kind of come down and just say that basically. And then the third one that I want to talk about is just like, you're basically accenting every single one. You're moving your hand up and down like da, 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 and then you're accenting every single one. So like this. So I think this is a great one that you can use in like a really big bridge section or a big chorus. Again, you're probably not going to use this in the verse just because it has too much energy. And if we're at full gas the entire song, it's going to sound, maybe a little bit boring or not have quite the life that it was meant to have when it was written. So those are the 3 patterns. Again, I'm not going to talk more about them, but if you want to know more information, you can always reach out to me. Those of you who are at Northlake and have my number or email, you can do that. If you don't go to Northlake, you can go to northlakechurch.org. I think there's a dash in between Northlake and church, and you can find my email under worship and email me. All right, well, hey, let's talk now about how we can use these within the context of a song. So, as I kind of mentioned when I was showing you them, the standard one, the like da bum ba ba, that kind of thing, we're going to use that for most of the song. We're going to use the downstrokes as a transition from the verse into the chorus. And then we're also going to use the up, down, really strong part when we go into the bridge and jump the octave. So I'm just going to play through the song, hopefully sort of now having had me explain them and sort of just like bring clarity to what I'm doing. You'll see it in the context of the song and kind of like get an idea of how these different strumming patterns can help bring some life and dynamic. Dynamic basically means like getting louder or softer, like the movement of the volume or intensity of the song. And so, I'm just going to use these different strumming patterns. And I mean, sometimes I'll strum them a little bit harder, you'll see. But to basically kind of create some life, some up and down intensity in the song. So I'm going to do like an abbreviated version, just a verse, a chorus, and there's a pre-chorus as well, and then I'll do a couple times through the bridge. It's one of those, sing it down, then jump the octave. So I'll do both so you can kind of see how I transition that as well. So, all right, let's jump right into it. I'm just gonna bring this down a hair. Together now we cry, we won't be satisfied until you move. Come and move. We come with no delay, marked only by your name. We seek your truth. Come and move. Come with power, come in glory, come. We don't want to leave the same. Come with power, come in glory, come. We don't want to leave the same. We're after encounter. We're desperately seeking the one with fire in his eyes. We're after your presence where nothing is hidden. Our hearts are abandoned to your will. This is the bridge. And you will come with your power, pour out your spirit on your sons and your daughters. You said you would, and you will keep your word. We're living in the promise of the glory of the Lord. You will come with your power, pour out your spirit on your sons and your daughters. You said you would, and you keep Cool. So hopefully you're able to see how those different strumming patterns sort of like helped support my voice as I was bringing the dynamic up as we went to the bridge, especially when they jumped the octave. But also if you didn't catch it, I would use the downstrokes oftentimes as a transition in between the verse going into the chorus or the or going into the pre-chorus or the pre-chorus going into the chorus, just because it kind of creates like a feeling of momentum that kind of like leads into the next section. So anyway, hope that's helpful, and we'll take your guitar playing to the next level. Come back again for Christian's fresh haircut quarantine guitar videos. Well, my hair won't be freshly cut then, but you know, this is a special moment in time that we're experiencing here. Anyway, see you later.